Divine evening greetings, entities, energies, the lovelies, bodies of light, the seekers, sojourners of truth. I'm back. The 14444, chosen of the chosen few. Greeting you as well in the love that lights the truth. Again, as usual, in the divine energy essence of it all, I am Celestial Earth, known as Aquila, in this 5D. And as usual, I come to bring you the news to infuse. Let's infuse if you so choose to. I got a little time now as I'm in between meetings. So you may have saw the brief video as a reminder, reminding those who didn't get a chance, to line up, to align with the activation. It's an activation that's happening. So let me not go too much because I have to get ready for the next one. So this is something I wanted to definitely share with you all in regards to the halls of a mentee that we spoke of before, or in regards to the infinite loop, or the leaving the infinite loop, entering into the infinite existence through this 888 Lion's Gate, right? And what it has for us, what it entails. This is what we're doing right now with this energy. For those who are like, what is going on? What is this? Mars, Uranus, everything, the Mars, Uranus alignment, all of this that I've been asking for those who have came in contact, and I'm saying send the chart so I can see if you have a partial alignment or a full alignment, meaning if you have both in your chart, both in your natal chart, Mars and Uranus, versus just having one or the other, right? And what's ultimately happening, like, this is a major quantum leap. This is a major opportunity to quantum leap in your soul's unfoldment. It is also a major, when I'm saying major, like, we came here for this specific reason. It's a galactic gathering, as I've been explaining, where all of us are coming online with our over selves, our multidimensional selves, and it's our other higher selves that are like, beam me up, Scotty, coming in, and we're finding each other, and we're especially those who are at least brave enough, like myself, to make the call out, the lighthouses like myself that are able to, start turning the light and say, hey, over here, because the light colonies are coming online. So I say that to remind us, or to talk about this infinite loop, because that's what we're doing. We're unlocking out of the infinite loop to access our infinite existence within this gate, this gateway, this vortex that we're looking at. And it's allowing us to really fine-tune, really release what we need to release, let go of the things, the old concepts in the mind, or that we need to do physically, let go of, so we can ascend into that next level of our soul self. So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Why? Because once in our lifetime, in this lifetime, because of the Neptunian energy that I'm saying. Like, all of this is very intricate in what I'm explaining to you, as I've been explaining in the group earlier, and will explain again tonight. It's very intrinsic. So I share that so we all know how serious it is. Not everybody may have gotten to the group, or found a group, or maybe you're hesitating and don't, but at least do your own research and your own work to find out, what is this energy saying to me? If I have an alignment, what am I doing? What's happening? And it's like, this is a boot camp. It's like a spiritual boot camp that we're going through right now, from now leading up to bring it back to me, spirit, the 888 Lion's Gate. Yes, this is a 888, right? I said it, 888, because it's an 8 universal year. So that's triple, 3 times 3 is a creative completion. So this is a creative completion of the 888 Lion's Gate, which 8 is about repetition. It's about the infinite existence that we are on. We're all at a specific point, or a specific dot on our infinite existence. This lifetime is a dot on our infinite existence, right? Everything that we do in this lifetime is like a dot on our infinite existence. So we are tapping into that and coming out of there's this karmic loop that we somehow may be blocked in by our own, transgressions, iniquities, sins, whatever you want to call it. It's by our own demise. And so we are having the opportunity by simply letting go of the illusions, y'all. Like this Neptunian, the shadows of the Neptunian energy, we're getting an opportunity to say bye, 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 bye. It's time for it to go, right? I know I went all in sync, but that's because we all need to get in sync and get on board and get what we need to get out, right? Get in sync with your own soul so that you can get in sync with the higher vibrations of the higher minds in the emerging collective. And this is a part of that, further expanding us and taking us into 5D, into the 5th dimension, into the new earth, expanding our consciousness so that we are in alignment with the 5th density light that is coming through, right? It's only true if it's coming through. So with that, I definitely want to highlight, let me see if I could give some of this information of what's going on before I, exit out. So what this is saying, this boot camp that I'm talking about, this gateway, this whole gateway that I'm talking about, that is basically the halls of Amenti that you heard me speaking about. So ones are being placed at the entrance to the halls of Amenti. Moving forward through the halls strips the illusion. So when we go through the halls, which is what's happening if we're working this, it strips the illusion of the physical form of the soul that leaves only the spirit to be recognized in a state of sahu, which is that spiritual awareness, the higher aspect. This is a spiritual training boot camp that has a process of detachment to release the old body and release, as in release the soul to a new body, like renew your lease, right? That has disengaged from the trauma in the karmic infinite loop and thus evolved through the soul's ascension by investing in the re-evolution to regain infinite access to the soul's infinite existence. This is ultimately what we are doing by stripping this illusion, stripping them by before Neptune moves into Aries and carries that junk in your trunk with you. So we want to take this opportunity to walk through the halls and let it strip you. For those of you who've ever seen this X-Men, because this is the image that is given me, it reminds me of when no one can get to Jane but Wolverine, because he could die over and over again and regenerate like that. So no one could get to him. And it's like every time as he was going, he was stripping and stripping. We have to be willing to be stripped. It's kind of like that, going through the halls of Amenti to strip yourselves of all illusions. And I mean the distorted things that we are thinking about. And I mean in society. Let me put it plain and simple like that. I mean, those of us who are still talking about voting, like this may be uncomfortable for some people, but we got it. This is old. That's the old paradigm. There's no reality and it does not serve us. Most of us know it has not served us. So does it make sense talking about it? No. Debating about it? No. That's that distractive energy. Anything that comes up, they want you to have discussions about. The young lady that passed, like even that is a distraction. They want us to start focusing on what? Police brutality again. They purposely do these things to get everyone engaged. You think they don't know that it's not right? But no, we sit there and we go back into these conversations again. How many times are we going to play into these illusions? These are their illusions, right? So I'm not saying don't care, but we are doing too much paying attention to what they want us to pay attention to. These are illusions. So these are things that matter because they're making it matter to you and you're making it matter to you, right? Certain relationships, some of the illusions are you holding on to a relationship? Are you holding on to a job? Walk through the halls of Amenti and look at that. Have the mirrors reflect to you and let you see that this is an illusion. It's time to plug out. Plug out of the matrix. Those illusions are what is the shadows of the Neptunian energy that you're going to carry with you because you have some concern about it. Remove your concerns about these worldly things. And I do mean worldly. I don't mean it in the Christian sense. Like, oh, you in the world. No, even the churches are in the world, right? Those things that they're talking about in religion, the illusions of religion All of that is falling apart. The dogmatic ways that people have held their ways of life in any religion, like all those rules, those dogmatic rules, those are illusions of inclusion, right? Because people want to be included. So you fell for the bait, but guess what? It's time to wake up and not be falling for the bait no more. Now to realize that that is being pressed on you for you to feel some type of way and identify with it. So those illusions have to fall away. Those who have found the divine coordinates, let me move on. Those who have found the divine coordinates to the entrance of these halls have prepared themselves accordingly by their soul's social imprint, right? That has brought them into alignment with their cosmic design. So basically it's saying those who have found these coordinates, people like myself and those who are like signing on, even if you're not in this group, you may have found it in another group, whatever it is. Those that are finding the coordinates to this entrance and understanding what is really happening right now, not just, ooh, 8-8 Lionsgate, but what's really happening in the 8-8 Lionsgate as I'm explaining to you, the infinite loop, all of that. Those who see that are those who have already prepared themselves accordingly by their soul's work, their soul's social imprint, how they have been experiencing life with themselves, with others, right? And that has brought them in alignment with their cosmic design to where they are right now, where they're able to see the twinkle, twinkle stars lighting up. And it is through the obedience, right? It is through the obedience at the chords that we've struck. It's to the obedience of the chords that were struck. There you go. Like the Mars and Uranus conjunction, that's a chord, right? The whatever other conjunction or shift that happened, that's a chord that was struck by the angles of a light through mainly the Mars and Uranus conjunction, through Mars and Uranus right now, and the energy that's still streaming forth from that cord that was still being held, that brought us into the opening of the gate on the 26th, right? That's held by Mars and Uranus as the passionate initiative and the revolutionary change that will hold steadfast to the journey as ready and willing light bodies that will adhere to the shift in this portal, which is this gateway, and experience a major leap out of their current timeline. This push in the timeline, because it's a major quantum leap, this push in the timeline is resetting the course and raising the 5D consciousness to a collective emergence. So it's shifting your course personally and raising that consciousness, raising your consciousness to also integrating with the emergence of the collective 5D consciousness, if that makes sense. So all of that is what's happening as we're practicing doing what we're supposed to do to loop out, to get out of the karmic infinite loop out, break, like I'm hearing break. Right? It's like what is it that I love when they used to say in California, break yourself, fool. This is the break yourself. You gotta want to break, and literally it's just that. You gotta want to break yourself and hurt your own feelings and come up off of those old perspectives and those old concepts that are, you know, whatever it is. It's fear, dogmatic and fears, fear, right? There are multiple light colonies working on the light grid activation through this particular 888 Lions Gateway. The multiple colonies are coming online, right? Those who have aligned and found their coordinates have advanced their souls to partake in this deep exfoliation of the soul. Deep, y'all, right? A deep exfoliation of the soul that is using the, what did I put here? Now I can't see my own handwriting. That's when I'm writing real fast. Okay. Using something of this lifetime. Let me just go ahead and say it like that. I'll find it when I using the one's lifetime. That is using this lifetime opportunity. Oh, okay, this once in a lifetime. There we go. Using this once in a lifetime opportunity of the Neptunian shift. That's the once in a lifetime, because we're not going to see it again, as I've been saying, to extract the layers of karma trauma in the soul self and begin on the next timeline with purified dreams and aspirations. That's what the evolved aspects of Neptune is. The purified dreams and aspirations, when it is tainted, it becomes illusions, right? And it's from that trauma, the layers of trauma in that soul self. We get rid of that when we use that Neptunian energy to remove that karma trauma, those illusions that have trailed with us through lifetimes, right? To begin the next lifetime with purified dreams and aspirations that thrust the soul forward into the expansion consciousness of the 5D new earth. It is time. It is time. And are you ready and willing, light bodies coming online? Check your chart, like I've been saying, if this is for you. Even if you don't get in, I'm sharing this so that you know what to do in your own soul's work as you're going through this gateway. And it's going to take a lot more than even what I'm saying here. That's why it helps to have a support. Find your light colonies, find your group, so you can bring it together, because you all have bits and pieces of the information. And I'm going to leave that with you there as I go into the next meeting, my soul bodies. So with that said, I will share more. There's definitely more downloads that have been coming today, and so I'll share more of that probably mañana, because this is the second video for the day. With that said, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start, start right here in your beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light.